This will probably be our last video conversation this summer, but it's an important one because I'm often asked, how do you decide how to do an interview when the end result is really maybe something people don't quite understand? A graphic, a photo package, maybe a series of charts. Do people even want to talk to you about that sort of thing? Well, the short answer is it's the same process that you go through if you're interviewing for a story. But you have to figure out if you've really got the right person to interview when you're doing visual research. For example, let's say a city's water main breaks, and maybe it's a huge deal. It's not just a local neighborhood situation, but it's a pretty big break. It disrupts traffic and people for many hours. If you're writing that story, you're probably going to find the mayor and the mayor's spokesperson and perhaps some other people high up in government to find out what's being done and how fast services can be restored. If you're doing a graphic about why the water main broke in the first place or what might be going on to cause all this upheaval, the person you really need is probably not the mayor. It's not his fault, he doesn't know all the details, but a structural engineer, a city historian, somebody who knows the underground pipe system, perhaps even was one of the first people to deal with it, is the person you need to develop the technical information that will provide you the research you need to develop a graphic. Once you get that person with you, particularly if you can score a face-to-face interview, you might even look over diagrams that were done for the city with such a source and get him or her to sketch out what happened or where the break might have been. Then when you return to your newsroom, print or online, you have something real to show an artist, a cartographer, perhaps even a photographer to further develop your ideas. So the key to interviewing when you're doing visual research is to make sure the source really can give you what you need. The second thing is, don't be afraid to ask. You'd be amazed how many people don't mind sketching, might have even had to do it in their job. Perhaps they've had to create diagrams or work with a team that created diagrams for a handbook for the people they're working for. The military does this all the time. So does the medical profession. I've had doctors and generals sketch things for USA Today. I've had people say they'd be happy to send me a sketch from an artist designing a theater in Las Vegas for the new Phantom of the Opera show, in which a chandelier had to fall quickly within a few seconds into the audience. So people enjoy sketching. They want you to get it right.